Hi, I'm Chris Davis, North America's Managing Editor for Steel Business Briefing. We're here today in Charlotte, North Carolina at the headquarters of Nucor Corporation. And with me today is CEO Dan DiMicco. I'd like to thank Mr. DiMicco for taking some time to speak with SBB today.
Well, it's my pleasure to be part of this, and thanks for your interest in Nucor.
Great. You've mentioned in the past the abundant supply of natural gas has helped make that decision
It's a game
easier.
changer.
Yeah, and that's how you've described the shale gas plays in the U.S. You last week at a press briefing, you called them a game changer,
Yes.
not just for the steel industry, but for the overall economy.
Tire manufacturing sector.
Can you elaborate on that? How is Nucor looking to expand in that market sector, and what does it mean for steel and for the economy?
Well, you have to look at natural gas on two fronts. Look at it as a raw material and look at it as an energy source. Mm-hmm. Okay, and as a raw material for our DRI operations, it's the massive change in the reserves and availability and steady supply and low-cost supply capabilities brought about by the fracking technology that's been developed and continues to develop to this day. That has allowed us to look at putting a DRI plant in instead of a blast furnace. Mm-hmm. And the blast furnace route's got its problems with carbon. DRI plants produce 60% less carbon, CO2, than a coke oven blast furnace does. And there's coke and coal shortages in the world, and they're not projected to get any better as we go forward. But there's an abundance of ore and there's abundance of natural gas now. So as a raw material, for us, it's very, very positive, and it'll be so for other people as well. It's also a very important raw material for the chemical industry and several other industries. It will be a raw material for the energy industry, and this is where it ties into the energy portion of things because of its cleanliness relative to current coal-fired technologies, although they will be improved and there will be clean coal technologies. But natural gas will work to keep a very competitive pricing structure. It will help deal with some of the concerns that develop over nuclear as a result of what happened in Japan. Mm-hmm. And so it will provide for U.S. manufacturing of all types, both a steady source of energy availability and keeping us competitively cost with respect to energy, and is a very good source of raw materials for a lot of manufacturing facilities. It is absolutely a game changer. Together with our improving competitive positions that we'll end up developing because of the currency issue, because I truly believe that whether it's this administration or the next, manufacturing is going to be getting a bigger support from our government and making the playing field more competitive for us. Mm-hmm. And then having this strong natural gas opportunity right here is really a reality, not an opportunity, but we have the opportunity to take advantage of it. I do believe any environmental issues associated with it will get dealt with, and dealt with in such a way that it doesn't drive the cost structure to some ridiculously high level. So it's a big game changer for the U.S. manufacturing sector and for steel companies like Nucor. If we don't take advantage in a reasonable, environmentally friendly, yet cost-competitive way of this new game-changing situation we have with natural gas, shame, shame, shame on us. And this is not just in the United States, although we're far ahead of the rest of the world. This technology has got uses all around the world, in Europe, mm-hmm. and South America, and China, and Asia, because there's a lot of these formations where you can get oil and you can get gas out by using this fracking technology that will put the world in a better position to deal with the overall energy requirements of a growing, dynamic global economy mm-hmm. and development of developing countries to the point where they have good standard of livings. And that doesn't mean that we can't also do things from an environmentally sound standpoint, mm-hmm. but that's going to take not betting the farm on windmills and things of that nature. It's going to take doing serious research and putting serious dollars instead of subsidizing wind power and solar power. Those dollars, put them into research and development about how we can develop a cost-competitive alternative energy plan going forward, and recognize that we're not going to get rid of carbon-based fuel overnight, and we need to use what we got to have a full energy strategy here in this country.
Right, great. Well, again, thank you very much for taking some time out today. Again, we're here at Nucor's corporate headquarters in Charlotte, North Carolina, and a very big thank you to Mr. Dan DiMicco.
Thank you, Chris.